Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this Rudolph Christmas themed cake. This is a video collaboration with Crazy Cool Cakes. Don't forget to check out her video at the end of this one where she shows you how to make this really cute Rudolph cupcake topper, or cake topper. Now to create this Rudolph cake, I'm using an 8-inch board and a 5-inch cake. I've got two 5-inch cakes that I've cut in half, so I have 4 cakes in total, and I'm adding in my vanilla buttercream. Placing the cakes on top of each other, making sure they're all standing nice and straight, not lopsided, and then pat it down to secure it all. Here I'm creating the crumb coat because it's going to be a buttercream finished cake and we don't want any crumbs getting into that final layer of frosting. So this crumb coat is the thin layer of buttercream around the whole cake, trapping in any crumbs. Smooth it down with your bench scraper, clear up the top, and then pop it into the freezer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes we'll apply our last layer of buttercream. Here I've coloured it with a little bit of brown gel food colour, just enough to make it skin coloured kind of tone, and then add on a lot of buttercream onto the outside of your cake, and we'll be scraping a lot of it down, so don't be too worried about the amount that's going on here. Go around quickly to even it off, and then slowly to smooth it all down and make it nice and neat. Clear up the top as well. And then I like to pop that back into the freezer before working on the piping, just so I don't dent the cake accidentally. I've got a 1M tip and 2 other star tips. The brown one is a Wilton 22 tip and the red one is a 74 tip. And I'm just kind of arranging them on the cake, making sure not to put too much brown next to brown and making sure the colours are all evenly distributed across the cake. Making it look pretty like that. You can do rosettes, you could do just dabs or kind of dollops of the buttercream instead. Kind of see what works for you. And I'm making sure to cover the whole of the top of the cake, and then I'll kind of have it drawing downwards towards the side of the cake. So it's just in view if you were to view the cake from the front, so it looks like a ponytail. So you can tell it's a bit more slanted to the left. And as I get close to the bottom, I make it a bit tighter and I add more star dollops instead of rosettes. And as you can see here from the front of the cake, you can see that it kind of joins up at the back. Now I've got some red fondant and I'm just rolling it out to about 2 to 3 millimeters in thickness, and I'm using a Russian piping tip here just to cut out a circle. You could use a circle cookie cutter as well, but I just find this is a lot easier. Do the same with some brown fondant, and I've used my 1M tip here because it's a bit smaller, cutting out the circle from inside that other circle to make a rim. And then I let that rest for 15 minutes, and that way when I cut it, it won't misshape as I handle it. It'll kind of stay nice and firm, but not too firm so that you can't wrap it around the cake. And then with the other circle, cutting it in half again, and then repeating that twice over so you get 8 pieces in total. And then we'll only end up using 4 in the end. Here I was going to add 3 little eyelashes, but I decided on 2 instead. So 2 for each eye. With a little bit of water, apply it to the back of your eye and then directly onto the cake. And the water just helps it to stick. Do the same with your little eyelashes. And I've gone in with a little bit of water to take off any excess cornstarch that I used in the fondant. I'm applying it right on the edge and then one just above it. And then the last detail is the red nose of your Rudolph. And again, just apply that with a little bit of water. And then the little antlers as well, which you can make out of gold paper if you just traced and cut out antlers. And you're done. Easy. I make a Christmas themed Rudolph cake inspired by the unicorn cake fad that's going on at the moment. And I might also quickly mention the horns / deer antlers that I have here. I'll leave a link in the description box below where I found these. I did have to purchase them from creativemarket.com, but they're pretty cheap and you could easily use those at home just by buying some gold paper, cutting the horns out of the gold paper, popping the paper onto some skewers with some sticky tape and into your cake. So you could easily replicate these at home yourself with just some glittered paper. Thanks again guys for watching, and don't forget to check out Crazy Cool Cake's awesome Christmas themed. She's also prepared for you guys. It's a collaboration video to this one. I'll leave the link in the description box below, or you can just click on this little icon here. Thanks again, and I will catch you on Tuesday.